Hello, John. What is the way to sign to bigger labels? I send them great quality music and they decline.
I felt as you're walking away from me. Now it's all just a memory.
Welcome to another chill Sunday. Vanessa and me, clueless. We don't know what to do.
There's something we would love to do, but it would be torture.
Really?
So we're not doing it.
What?
Gourmet festival.
Oh yeah, no, that's like, it's a festival in the city with food and like
The best food.
we're on a healthy trip. So no deep fried Snickers for us.
Well, they do have healthy food there as well.
Not really.
I saw Instagram stories. They do.
Okay, so we don't have to go there anymore if you know everything. We'll find something else that is fun, okay?
Okay.
I know I'm in the studio, but I got bored, so I thought why not like ride the bike a little, and by accident I passed by the studio. Then I thought why not go up there, drink something. And while I'm already here, I also brought my laptop, so I snuck away a little music production session on a Sunday, just 1 or 2 hours, finishing like little bits and pieces on one of the album tracks that still bothers me. I'm sure you know the feeling. You're at home and you listen to your song and there are things that do not sound right, and you just have to head over to the studio and try and fix them as soon as possible. That's exactly what happened today to me. But let's actually get to the questions, the Q&A that I started on Instagram. When will your ID be released? That's in the recent vlogs. The ID is actually called Secrets. It's one of the first 3 songs that I finished for the album, and it will be definitely released this year. Hey John, I'm wondering where you see the next 12 months in terms of electronic music. Melodic, darker, vocal. I think not a whole lot will change in 12 months. I think the split between like more and more electronic music that is pop and more commercial, this will continue and get bigger and bigger. At the moment it's blending a lot like with Latin influenced songs, just to be also present in South America, and also a lot of mixtures with hip hop, because that's still really huge, especially in the US. So I think those 3 will merge even more, and this will be the new kind of pop music. So it will be then David Guetta featuring Post Malone and I don't know, some of these Latino, Spanish, rap, auto-tune guys. And for the underground, it usually does the opposite. So I think they will get darker. A lot of bigger labels start now with back to the roots, acid techno stuff. That's getting quite big. But in general, not much will change in 12 months. Like nothing major, like not using vocals anymore, anything like that. Best production software thing you wish you knew when you started DJing. DJing. Production software doesn't fit. So let's answer it. Music production software for producers. I was always, at the very beginning, I was searching for the magic knob, like the one plugin, the one technique that makes your song sound huge and makes it sound comparable to all other released songs. I thought it's like the mastering will do it, because mastering sounds like very much, but it isn't, as you know. Then I thought it's maybe in the mix, but actually it's like in the parts you select. I wish someone would have told me, hey, don't worry about EQing, compression. Just go in there and use the one-shot samples that actually work. And it needs a little bit of time to collect all of them and to know which ones work and which one are yours and your kind of style and work for you. So yeah, it's not really a production software. No, software doesn't matter. Sorry. Any tips on networking with other producers? Yes, definitely. I mean, just write someone maybe on SoundCloud that you like his sound and that has the same amount of followers, and reach out to maybe 10, 20. That's a good way to get to know total strangers around the world. And then locally, just go to clubs, just go to fairs, dance fair, ADE, WMC. There's all this kind of stuff around the world that you can attend. Hey, I wanted to ask you if Jon Sine was your first music project. Had you other artist identities? So if we do not count the people I ghost produced for, I had only DJ Sine, which was my very first name. And I used to DJ hip hop and R&B. And the day I switched to house music, I changed it from DJ Sine into Jon Sine. The Jon is like short for Jonathan, and Sine is the sine wave. How to make louder masters? Of course, it starts with a great mix. I've heard about soft clipping plugins. I would leave the loudness really to a mastering engineer. There's too much you can screw up yourself. Get it to a normal loudness to send it out as a demo, and then the label will take care of the mastering anyways. I can't really recommend to aim for loudness. Like, that's just stupid. Aim for a good song and let someone else take care of the loudness, and that's basically all you need to finish a song. Can we work together? Unfortunately not. I'm not a huge fan of collaborations. There is only one I will do this year and maybe 2 next year, so really hesitant like with collaborations. I don't know. I just like to work on my own. Like, it's just a fact. Are you happy with your music? Yes, 100%. Like, the stuff I'm doing right now for the album is the best stuff I've ever done, and I'm really happy with it. Like, all of the songs that are finished, there is nothing I want to change about them. Hello, John. What is the way to sign to bigger labels? I send them great quality music and they decline it. So first of all, it really has to be quality music, because you can imagine, let's just take Spinnin' as an example. They get at least 1,000 demos per day. And I know for a fact they don't listen to these 1,000 demos per day. So getting in contact with a bigger label, sending them a demo is already the wrong approach. For example, my label is small, so if you send me a demo, by the way, the link is in the description, I will listen to it like 100%, because we get maybe like 100 to 150 demos per week. That's still manageable. But 1,000 per day, it just doesn't work. And Spinnin', they have so many great artists that they're just busy releasing their stuff. And it's rare that they sign new people. They only sign new people if they know them in person, if they know that they do quality stuff for years. So, like, as a newcomer, releasing with Spinnin' is almost impossible. You first have to release somewhere else and, like, step by step get closer there. I think you even have to have like tours and shows before getting to spinning, actually. And once you have shows and tour, you anyways get in contact with other DJs that might be part of Spinnin'. For example, I was at Ushuaia, Ibiza like a week ago, and backstage was like the head of Armada. So that's like always a great opportunity to talk to the people. But then still, if you're not on some sort of level where they know your name or at least know the labels you release on, they will forget about you. Like even like backstage Ushuaia, there are like 30 people asking the head of Armada like to just drop him a demo. I think the biggest problem is just that too many people do this, and it's so crowded and so busy with people that are mediocre and below that sometimes people that actually make great music do not advance or are having a hard time to get in touch with the right people. But if you really, really have quality music, then maybe just go to a local DJ that maybe releases on a label, show it to them. They might know someone that is bigger than them, and like with just 3 passes through persons, you might end up at a big label, the right label. But again, your music has to be good enough that like 2 or 3 people will actually recommend it to someone else and like put the time into this and stuff like that. Better to learn or better to produce music as much as possible? Produce. Again, 10% learning, 90% just make stuff. Sit in front of your computer and do it. While doing, you will learn way more than just watching someone else do it. Is it worth learning how to master my own songs? Some say it's a good skill set and saves money. Others say my time would be better spent on producing. Yes, 100% spend your time on producing. Knowing how mastering works, I think, is also really important. You shouldn't be able to necessarily perfectly master your own songs, but get it up to a certain loudness, and understanding the mastering process will also influence how you produce the music. Because if you know that, for example, the limiter is like really pushing your kick down, you know you maybe have in the mixing process have the kick up by maybe 1 or 2 dB. Also, the mastering might actually bring up certain elements that are actually quiet in the mix. For example, it happens very often that the breaks get way louder after mastering, so you have to know about this to prevent it, and already in your mix have the break a little more quiet than the drop. I mean, a good mastering engineer will cut your song and do it separately for all of the sections, but actually no one does that, but they should. Easy way to learn mixing. First, make sure you can actually hear what you do. So have good headphones, a good acoustically treated room, good speakers. Otherwise, you're just mixing basically blind. It will be very frustrating and take you hours and hours and hours. Would you do any kind of music with a fan? Maybe we'll do something here on YouTube, like me starting a song and then passing it on, and someone of you adding something and so on. I mean, this could be like a fun project. But at the moment, we still run the song contest competition. If you want to know more about it, I will link it down below. It's like on my socials, everything described, the prizes, how to participate, and all this kind of stuff. I think that's it. That's it for today. I will now just sit here, make music, correct the little bits that totally annoy me in one of the songs, and tomorrow we'll see us again here back in the studio.